have to give the magic room to work. It's not going to happen if you keep watching it, if you keep refreshing. You have to step away. You have to give it room to do its thing. So I'm talking today, this is something a little different from what I normally do. I'm calling it a creativity pep talk. I am talking especially to my fellow authors, writers, but I'm talking to anyone who's doing something creative. Maybe you are a YouTuber or a podcaster or a painter, whatever your medium of choice is. I'm talking to you, and if it applies, take it. If it doesn't, let it go. The theme of this particular pep talk is the need to step back, to give things room to breathe, to give the magic room to work. It's similar to that saying, a watched pot never boils. A watched email inbox never gets that email you're waiting for. It's a little catchier in the original, we'll stick with that. So whatever version of this there is for you, whatever the thing is, for most of us these days, it's something online that we are refreshing, that we're checking again and again to see if there is an update. We're checking our Kindle dashboard to see if we've made any new sales, or if you're in Kindle Unlimited to see if your book has gotten any new page reads. If you're wide like me, you're checking Book Report, or you're checking all the distributors to see what about paperback sales? What about Barnes & Noble? What about? Or maybe it's, you have a YouTube channel and you're checking to see if you got more views or more subscribers. Maybe you're checking on social media to see if someone has mentioned your work, has shared it, has tagged you, has given you a new, something new to share, to say, oh, look, see, someone validates what I do. Someone likes what I do. Maybe if you're an author, maybe you're checking Goodreads to see if there are reviews there. If that is the case, then I will just say blessings to you. That's not something that I do anymore. I don't even go on Goodreads anymore to look at my books because I find that, wow, this is a rabbit trail here, but it's an important one to me. If I go on there and see a positive review of my book, I will register it for approximately 0.7 seconds and then forget it. If I see a negative review on there, it will haunt me and I'll be able to quote it to you like 3 years from now. So it is not my business. I'm happy to let readers think whatever they want to think about the work that they're interacting with. I know when I read a book, I want to think whatever I think about it. I love that readers review books. I think it's a wonderful thing. I know negative reviews can sell books. For myself, it's just better, I think, to not be checking because, well, it fits in the theme of this video. When I'm not checking things, that's when things happen, in my experience. It has never happened to me that while I am on my KDP dashboard clicking refresh, I've seen a sale come through. Never. It has happened that I have been busy all day. I've been doing my other job. I've been doing other things. I just, let's just go check and see if any books were sold. I go check and then I say, oh, 2 books were sold today. Well, that's great. I didn't know that. It has never happened that I've been sitting in my email inbox, refreshing, waiting for something to come in that's going to be a game changer, some opportunity that I just can't wait to see. But it definitely has happened that I've been busy doing something else and I've gone and checked my email and there's something waiting there that I'm really excited about, some opportunity that I didn't know was coming my way. So I think this can go for, it's true for so many of us, whether you are self-published and you are sitting on sales and looking to see what's happening with a free download or something like that, or whether you are trying to be traditionally published and you're waiting to hear back from, the query trenches or whatever it is. There's so much waiting. There's so much that it's tempting to us to just hover over and watch and see what happens. So I say this with so much compassion for you because I tell you what, I've definitely been there. I definitely still can find myself there, hitting refresh, just checking to see, is today the day that my life changes because one of my books goes viral? And I think it's only by doing that probably that we discover that we really need to step back. We really need to take a break. So this is just an encouragement to you to say, if you need to put your phone down, go for a walk around the block, do that. If that's what it takes to get you to not check your phone, then by all means do that. I've certainly done that. Maybe you want to leave your phone in the other room and go watch a movie on your computer or TV or whatever, and not be scrolling, not be refreshing at the same time. Just involve yourself in something else. Read a book, have a friend over, and be present, be involved. Don't be checking on your phone. Give yourself the opportunity to be surprised. I know it's easier said than done, but it's just so much better to be pleasantly surprised by something than to be consistently disappointed. Which the reality is, if you refresh the screen over and over and over again, it's not going to be good news every time. It might be good news one time, but it's not going to be good news every single time. There's going to be a lot of just, oh, nothing new. Oh, nothing new. So step away and let yourself be pleasantly surprised. Some ways that I try to do this is checking less, maybe checking my book sales once a day. Ideally, that could move to once a week. I have even done challenges for myself where I'm like, I'm not going to check my sales for the rest of the month. And I did that during a month when I had a free first in series. And, that tends to move things a lot for those of us whose books are wide. When you have a free book, in the first in the series, often the next book and the next book might get more sales. So I was like, I'm going to leave this alone, check it at the end of the month, rather than checking it every single day and feeling like whatever it was wasn't enough. So I think that's the first step. Check less. Ideally, don't check at all. Of course, still you're going to check. So maybe check these things at the end of the month or check them at the end of the week. Redirect that energy somewhere else. So when I say, stay busy, I don't mean like you have to always be writing or doing whatever your art of choice is. You have to create more. Go for a walk, talk to a friend, pick up a new hobby, learn to crochet, find something to do that might be more uplifting than clicking the refresh button. And may all of the sales or all the views or all the subscribers, whatever it is that you are wanting, may all of them come to you when you give that magic room to work.